we don't believe in keeping the dogs in the kennels the whole time. So as you can see, we've got 1 acre of just dog parks set aside. A lot of us humans don't realize that dogs require not just physical, exercise, but a lot of mental stimulation as well. So the reason we have 2 swimming pools is
Hello, Happy Pet Fam. Today we are at the Wag-ville Pet Boarding Resort here. We have the founder, Ms. Subhadra here. Subhadra, how are you doing today?
I'm very well. How are you?
Thank you so much for asking. I'm doing great. So please tell us about Wag-ville.
Okay, so Wag-ville is a concept I came up with about 6 years ago. And the idea behind setting up a place like Wag-ville is to give pet parents a space to take their dogs out, hang out with their dogs, chill out with their dogs and bond more with their dogs. So we have a boarding facility, and we also have dog parks where dogs can get a lot of off-leash time. We have these dog pools over here where dogs can go out for a swim, or we even do hydrotherapy for dogs with hind leg issues, spinal issues and things like that. And we have a pet-friendly cafe as well. So we do have a lot of pet parents who will come now, have their dogs, either go for a swim or go in for grooming or have some good off-leash time in the parks while they sit and chill in the cafe, or they even work. On weekdays, we actually have people coming, giving their dogs a good time here, and they work out of the cafe. So that's what Wag-ville is all about. And also obviously to, give pet parents a very safe space, not only to chill out with their dogs, but also to leave their dogs when they're traveling.
Please do take us through the whole boarding journey that the pet parent goes through, what kind of updates you give them, what are the additional facilities that you can add to that.
Yeah, so when dogs come in for boarding for the first time, we insist on doing at least a couple of trials. Once that is done, we go through all of the paperwork, background checks, take ID proofs, we go through all of the vaccination records of the dogs. We are particular about certain vaccines, so we make sure that those are given to the pet before it's boarded, even for a daycare. And that's where we start with the boarding. And while the dogs are boarding over here, we send regular updates every day to the pet parent. We send daily videos of their dog, either, playing around, socializing, in the kennel, all of this. Back to the boarding. So what happens over here when a dog is boarded, whether for daycare or for an overnight stay, is we have these kennels that you've seen. So we've got like an 80 dog boarding facility. And while inside the kennels, we have, separate pens for each dog. They've got ample space for each of them. We don't believe in keeping the dogs in the kennels the whole time. So as you can see, we've got 1 acre of just dog parks set aside, out of which we've got like 8 big dog parks, about 5,000 square feet each. And then we've got smaller little parks as well. What a lot of us humans don't realize, the dogs require not just physical, exercise, but a lot of mental stimulation as well. And that's what the parks do.
So ma'am, Wag-ville being one of the oldest boarding facilities here in Bangalore, how has your journey been through the staff? Because they are the most important part of the whole.
Oh yes, absolutely. The staff, the place runs because of the staff. And I must say I've been very lucky with the staff I've had. Most of the staff that I've had have come entirely raw, have had absolutely no experience in, dog management, canine handling or anything like that. But what I've always looked for is the love for animals, first thing, and a willingness to learn. And also, they should not be afraid, because we get dogs of all kinds of temperaments. And not just that, we spend a lot of time training them on canine first aid and CPR as well. Every single one of my staff are trained on canine first aid and CPR, and we keep redoing the training every quarter to make sure everybody is on top of it, because we deal with livestock here. I mean, dogs are live animals and anything can happen at any time. Absolutely everybody needs to be on top of it and be able to manage a situation. I'm very, very happy for the staff that I have, and the way I can give them so many responsibilities that they fully take on.
You have a grooming facility on campus. You have 2 swimming pools.
Yes.
Why do you have 2 swimming? It's something that's very rare in terms of having 2 swimming pools. We've never seen that in any other facility. Will you take us through that and the grooming again?
So the reason we have 2 swimming pools is because we ensure that it's only one dog going into the pool at a time. We don't allow dogs from separate families to all be joining and jumping into the same pool at the same time. It can lead to a lot of behavioral issues, and there can also be dogs that are not very comfortable in the presence of other dogs. Okay, so to make it easy for those kind of dogs, we give them separate pools. The other thing is a dog's behavior can change when in around water. Okay, and some of them can get extremely excitable, which may not be okay with other dogs. Some of them can even get aggressive, which again is not going to work with other dogs, and we don't want situations happening. And that's the reason why it's 2 separate pools. And our pools are filtered, and pH levels chlorinated, and pH levels also maintained at the levels that they are required for canines. We're very particular about the age of the dogs that get into the pool. So we ensure that the owners get veterinary clearance if the dogs are anywhere above, or basically senior dogs. So I'm talking about 10 years and above. But then if it is your brachycephalic breeds, that are your pugs, shih tzus and all of that, the flat-faced ones, they are prone to a lot of breathing issues. Okay, and that can be dangerous in a pool.
So if you had to say the top 3 things, I mean, I can give you the top 3 things about Wag-ville, because that's how impressed I am with the facility in terms of well-being, safety, in terms of the open time, the nature time that they have. Is there something that you want to tell the pet parents that, to get their pets and trust in you and believe them there?
So the fact that we have canine behaviorists on board, including me, it's very important for them to understand that the way we observe pets is not the way that any normal pet parent would observe them. Okay, we do this with a lot of understanding of canine behavior. And what we bring to the table here is being able to identify issues. And not just from a canine behavior perspective, but yes, there have been a lot of cases. I can actually, reel off the number of cases that we have every year where we have been able to identify a physical issue with a dog, which the owner has been clueless about. And first and foremost being cardiac issues. A lot of pet parents are clueless about cardiac issues with their dogs until an incident actually happens. But because of the experience that we have, we know that if a dog is not seeming to breathe right, overweight, and just getting tired very easily, just a walk from here to the park and the dog is very tired, okay, inevitably we've pushed the pet parent to get a check done, and true enough, it has turned out that the dog has some cardiac related issues.
So thank you so much for your time, Subhadra. I hope this project of ours reaches a lot of pet parents, and try to gain awareness for Wag-ville, and hope their pets have a wonderful time here. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Oh, no, stop.